Good morning, everyone. This is Daisy X Machina, the drag queen detective who investigates, all things speculative in science fiction, fantasy, and horror. And this is a Get Ready With Me, where I put on drag makeup to film videos later today and talk about books and movies and whatever. And we have Lynette is here, yay! John Crow is here, yay! Yeah, I don't know your time zone, John. I know Lynette is bonkers. Lori's here. Yay. 9 a.m. Hawaii. Wow. Okay, so how is everyone's reading going this week? Mine kind of sucked. I read, I was catching up on some middle grade books, and I read Winston Chew versus the Whimsies, which I had a tough time finishing because a lot of times in middle grade, it has what I call the snark factor, where if the kids are too snarky, it sort of crosses a line where I don't like it. And then I saw Neil Gaiman had a young adult book I never heard before because it was co-written by someone whose name I forget. It's called Interworld. And I just finished it and I read the acknowledgments. And apparently, this was an idea for a TV script, that never got off the ground that Gaiman and this other guy was working on. So they decided to publish it as a novel. And I can only guess the vast majority of the writing is not Neil Gaiman because it doesn't sound like his style at all. So anyway, I'm looking for a new book because I kind of want a voicey. What I really wanted was a voicey middle grade third person, but I couldn't find one. But right now, I'm just thinking maybe I should read another T. Kingfisher or a Flavia de Luce because that's kind of the or the mood I'm in to read. I kind of want to read The Three Body Problem. I don't know why I've been putting it off, but I don't know. Listening to, Ben Bova, wow. Blast from the Past. I don't know if I've read that one. I know I've read Ben Bova, but I'm blanking on anything. Yes, Lynette is crazy times at 5 a.m. Wow. Okay. So last week I filmed a 80s film, and I think I'm going to release it this week because the 70s films did well. I just kind of want to keep up the momentum. But I also had time last week, so I did Shelve It or Shove It for October. Yeah. And this week, I wanted to do some films or some videos on horror genre. And I think I'm going to film today horror movies, specifically cosmic horror, Lovecraftian movies. So my idea, makeup-wise, was to do sort of a spooky Halloween makeup, which is why my face looks even whiter than it usually looks. Because I was thinking of not doing any color today and just doing sort of a blown out black look. I think I may do a spotlight where it's like dark, light, dark. Maybe I'll do a color in the center. I don't know. This could go terribly wrong. So it may end up that I don't film anything today, but we'll see. Cappuccino is here, yay. Reading Silence of the White City, a mystery trilogy set in Spain. Interesting. Warlords of Atlantis, Warlords of the Deep Count. I don't think I've read that. I don't think I've seen that. It doesn't strike a chord of memory. This is the first Ben Bova I have read in years. I have had it on your wish list after hearing of his death and then forgotten about it. So John has gotten me curious about Warlords of Atlantis because now that I'm running it in my mind, it sounds familiar. It's just okay. It's a 1978 movie. It's British, starring Doug McClure. No, I have not seen this. Not seen this. Kind of looks more fantasy than science fiction, but the lines always blur between those genres. Oh, here we go. Reading Dragon Keeper. And also started Station 11. You know, I've not read anything by Emily St. John Mandel. And I know this author has been getting a lot of accolades. So I guess there's just so many books to read. I'm like, well, I should read one of those too. Okay, guys, we're going to, like I said, do a lot of black. Actually, I'm going to look up a reference before I go too far in case I do decide to do a spotlight. I should have a frame of reference. Okay, so it looks like I need to do around, I should have probably done my eyebrows even higher. Oh well. Getting recommendations for Impossible Creatures by Catherine Rundall. It looks like a middle grade portal fan. I'm going to look that one up. Thank you for sharing that. Dark Horse is here. Hey, Dark Horse. Okay. Up high. Oh boy. I was kind of thinking about doing a color. I'm probably going to do a couple of weeks of this horror movies or horror videos for October. So I'm going to try out a couple of different Halloween type looks. So I'm thinking about doing a color look when you do the whole face green or something. Of course, I can't do green because of green screen, so it'd have to be like red or blue or maybe red, like a devil look. But those can go terribly wrong. Not even. Okay, let me just. I swear, this eye always looks better than this eye. Fit to be Read is here, yay! Doing nonfiction. What? Yeah, I haven't read any nonfiction this year. I keep thinking about it. Yeah, I'm curious about Station 11. And Seven Neves. So, I don't know that one. Seven Eves. Nonfiction is great exploration hoaxes. Interesting. Yes, we want to know your nonfiction. The She Devil. You're liking Station 11. Well, the question is, Cappuccino, is does it deserve the accolades it's gotten? Okay, I don't know what to do. I think I better go with doing some eyeliner just to figure out a shape. Read 6 nonfiction in a row. Back to fiction. The Last of Us. Is it The Last of Us or The Last of the U.S.? Okay, so I think let me take this. I'm really just winging it today. Get it, winging it, because wings, never mind. Okay. I have slowed down on nonfiction because I want enough books in reserve for Nonfiction November, my favorite booktube event. Oh, that's cool. Hard to ignore the crap going on in the U.S. of us. The Times Square red time, what? Times Square red, Times Square blue. Oh, it's a Samuel R. Delany. Stories of the theaters and people and peep shows in the 70s. Oh, how interesting. That is interesting. I like that too, Fit. Fit, have you ever read, if you're still here, the Hog? Because that's Samuel R. Delany's book that's supposed to be the most graphic, sex, disgusting, perverted novel in existence, or something like that. I'm exaggerating, but not by much. Waiting for the series called The Creators. The Last of Us game or TV show, or a totally different thing. Very emotional. Huh. Okay. So if I do a smoky eye, gosh, why am I nervous? This is only makeup. It's only makeup. I'm going to I think I better do it this way. Okay. I have Hog on my shelf and was planning to read it. I bought it a couple months ago after your Dahlgren reread. I won't have time for reading today because I'm taking part, in a march to show my support for the yes vote in the upcoming referendum. What's the referendum for? That's great. Oh, I'm sorry, Lori, not feeling great. Going to say goodbye. Okay, you feel better. So I guess I'm going to do, I have gray here. Sorry, this is so boring. I'm not talking. Dennis and I did see, since we have a Disney Plus, we did see the live action version of Little Mermaid. We both fell asleep in the center, in the middle of it, but thing about Little Mermaid is it was released in what, the 90s or something. So I don't have any nostalgia factor watching The Little Mermaid or the story. Unlike, I know friends of mine had a daughter that was just obsessed with it. But I have seen the animated version, and it's good, it's fine. But personally, I don't think any of these live action remakes really work. Maybe Mulan did. But I was trying to figure out why it wasn't working for me, and I think part of it is the medium of animation has such rich, saturated, vibrant colors that sometimes when you translate that to live action, it just loses it, because I thought The Little Mermaid visually just looked really dark and dismal. Didn't make me feel good. It wasn't like the magic, I guess, of animation, or that animation can bring. If that makes any sense. But I don't recommend the movie. But the sea where they sing "Under the Sea," the famous song of the movie, was really well done. Although here's the thing, I know in the movie it was like a crab or a lobster that would had the Jamaican accent, and in the movie it was a crab and it was bright red, which I didn't even think about in seeing it in a movie. But crabs are only turn that color when you boil them. So I kept thinking this crab looked like a cooked crab. Oops. To recognize Aboriginals in the Constitution that would give them more say in Parliament about things that affect them. That seems like a no-brainer. Good luck on the referendum. Yes, good cause. Yeah, I don't know about the politics there. Is it all one? Hope the march goes well, and the referendum. Both. Okay. Oh, your older daughter said the live action Little Mermaid was good. And I assume she probably grew up with Little Mermaid. I will say in my opinion, the best part was Melissa McCarthy as Ursula. All her scenes were really good, but she wasn't. She really wasn't in that much of the movie. Okay, this is sort of a metallic gray. And I'm also watching that Osaka, the Star Wars show on Disney. It's okay. I did like the twist of her meeting her mentor. But is it just me, or does Star Wars or these latest series seems to recycle plots a lot? Like, isn't like finding the map sort of the the plot going all the way back to the first Star Wars movie? Okay. Spoiler alert, that's the plot of Osaka. They're looking for a map to. Okay, so we're going to go with right into the chroma cake. And this is where the black is going to go crazy. Oh, and of course, I'm continuing to watch The Wheel of Time. I just got some in my eye. Like I said, I'm enjoying Wheel of Time more the second season than the first season. Simply because all my disappointment of how they changed the story is baked in. So I went through that angst when on the first season one. But I just don't think the series is going to hold up, not like Game of Thrones. One of the reasons being is it's just so dour. There's like no moments of levity and or lightness. There's no comedy relief. And I don't know if it's a choice of the actors or the writers or the director or some combination, but some of the characters are just have this one note of being sort of this deadpan, depressed, dour, personality. And I don't think that's fun to watch, but Okay. In the last trilogy, the first two were reworkings of 4 and 5. Oh, we could talk so much about Star Wars. I managed to look at 2 episodes of Good Omens. I usually forget to turn on the TV. Do you like him? Right here with you. I watch him frequently. Oh, if you want to rewatch Buffy. You know, I sort of missed out on the whole Buffy craze. Hey, cool gamers here. Love Buffy. I love Babylon 5. You just rewatched it. Yep. I mean, admittedly, the special effects don't really hold up to today's standards, but boy, for the stories, the characters, the humor, talking about comedy relief. Babylon 5 has everything going for it. I also highly recommend The Expanse if you haven't seen it. It's a big commitment. It's like 7 seasons. And the books are good too. Okay. I probably should have did a bigger opening in the. Well, so I was thinking about doing red in the center. Let's see. Okay. Babylon 5 special effects are excellent going Lynette, anyone's special effects are excellent compared to Blake 7. Watch the first season of Strange New Worlds, but it is definitely in a different universe than the original series. Yeah, I had the same thing. And I watched the first season too when it came out, and I liked it because how it harkened back to the original series format, sort of being episodic. And but I just haven't had a desire to watch season 2. I don't know why. Love Blake 7. Need to watch Strange New Worlds, but story is more important. Agree. That's why I like the Doctor number 4 of the Doctor Who's. And it shocked me. Well, you know why it shocked you, Lynette? Because it wasn't meant to be a finale. They actually thought they were going to get another season. I hate it when that happens. Second season of Strange New Worlds is really different, where they sing through it due to some strange anomaly. Oh, that reminds me of talking about Buffy. I did see that Buffy show where they did the singing. Yes, Lynette and I, same wavelength. Okay. Yeah, the Buffy, I think my thing with Buffy was I just didn't see enough episodes like back to back to really get truly hooked. And then there comes a certain point where you just miss so many. It's like, I don't know if I want to commit to the whole thing. I did like, I don't know why I just thought of this because it doesn't have anything to do with Buffy, but the Netflix reboot of Sabrina. Because I didn't think they would have the kahunas to really take Sabrina into sort of like this devil worshipping witch territory, but they did, and they really embraced it. Actually, I think I want to do the sparkle while it's a little wet. Preparing for this, my movie video on Lovecraft, I've forgotten how really gory some of the movies I liked back in the day were. Doesn't really look like a spotlight, does it? Well, I may put a little white line. Okay, so this is not really a highlight or spotlight. I think what I'll do is put some chunky glitter in the center. I know this is totally not interesting. Okay, so even though it's not like white, I'm hoping the reflection of this glitter will sort of give it more of a highlight look. Angel turned into a Muppet. I didn't see that one. Reminds me of Supernatural when they ended up in a Scooby-Doo episode. Love that. I've only seen a couple Supernaturals too. Stopped watching Supernatural in the 11th season. See, that's another thing. I'm just like, oh, maybe I'll just get into Supernatural. I did the same thing. Dennis and I were watching Superboy or something, and the first season was, okay. But then I was looking, it's like 12 seasons long, and I'm just like, no, don't have the time for that. Oh, you like the Dunwich Horror, the one with Sandra Dee? That's on my list. Was it a good one? Too little time, too many shows. And you'd rather read, I know, when you're retired. The only one I'm thinking of, and I know they've done a couple of Dunwich horrors. I mean, the Lovecraft stories they like to redo a lot are Dunwich Horror, Color Out of Space, and Shadow over Innsmouth. Oh, and The Curious Case of Herbert West. I don't know how working people manage to get all to the important stuff. I wish I had the reading speed in the 70s and 80s. I need to reincarnate just to get through your TBR pile. Oh, you like the look? I think I would hate immortality. Ennui would set in. Now I know this movie, you may not like this movie, but from my movies of the 70s, the Zardoz movie was really interesting in terms of immortality. Because the immortals weren't happy. Okay, this really wasn't what I was going for, but it looks Halloween-y, I guess. I do want to... Maybe if I give it a big smoke out the bottom. Okay, so... I've been reading many books this year about immortality. Nearly all immortals are unhappy. I remember reading Dancers at the End of Time. Oh, I love the title. Put me off the idea. We should rewatch the Highlander series. The series was good. And the first movie was good. But hated they had McLeod so far south. Yeah, I don't know much about Scottish clans or history. Stuart clan, Stuarts of Oban. Okay. Okay, I want to try to blend this gray just a little bit more. Then we'll be done, the eyes. Yeah, I'm sitting here thinking about what I should read next. I do kind of want to just do another Flavia de Luz because it's one of those things where I know I'm going to enjoy it, and I just need that. Um, really want to hear that voice I'm looking for. Okay. Okay, so this is the eye look. Oh, we did that pretty fast. I gather it is about the execution of James Stewart of the Glen and the role the Campbells played in it. Not a cadet you've heard of. History is complicated and convoluted. Okay, now I purposefully didn't put any blush on. Yeah, I think I'll leave it like that, but we'll just do a little more gray. Maybe I should do blush. No, I'm just going to leave it like this. Okay, guys, I think I'm going to move on to lipstick. Okay. So I believe I have black lipstick. Okay, maybe I don't have black lipstick. Oh, I've been looking for this, but it's not. Okay, well, I don't have black lipstick, but I do have this really dark red, which may go with the eyes. So, gosh, I think this is the final look. One of my girlfriends reads steamy historical fiction about Scotland. I always see those in romance section, you know, sort of that. I don't know if Outlander counts, but that type of bare-chested cover. I think the emphasis is on steamy and not on historical. Highlander romance is a subgenre. Oh, I didn't know that. I'm not wishing for immortality, but I wouldn't mind an extra 100 years. Yeah, an extra 100. I'll take 100. Oh, helps with the tours. Looking very good. I think my battery on this mirror has gone out, which is a shame, but I think we're done the hardest stuff. I'll just put on some lashes. Maybe I should have contoured with black. No, maybe not. Think about makeup, you're always second guessing yourself. You know what? I'm going to try a fresh pair of lashes, but I'm not going to cut them or anything. I'm just going to let them go wild. So much fun to experiment live. Everyone can see your disasters. Okay. I was hoping they would like look a little spidery, but it's fine. It's fine. I'll try to go more crazy next week. Do you think I need a little gloss? Okay, what do we think? Maybe once we put the wig on, it'll make a difference. Now the wig I grabbed, I don't usually wear because it's seen better days. These earrings are kind of silly. They're just giant tassels. Okay, so the wig is this. I think I've used it for like witch costumes before, but it's definitely has seen better days. Making a mess. So I don't know if this is much of a Halloween look. It actually doesn't look as spooky as I thought it was going to look, but it's different. You know, it has the grays and the reds and the face does look pale. Oh, thank you. Lynette likes my wigs. Thank you, Dark Horse. The wig does look a little spooky, yeah. I wish this side fluffed out like the other side, but maybe a little hairspray will do it. Awesome. Thank you. Thank you so much. Okay, guys. So today I'm going to be filming a video about Lovecraft films. And they're all gory and gross. And I used to really love that type of stuff. And this week I'll probably release the 80s science fiction movies to keep the momentum going because my 70s film did okay. And then I'll probably do Shove It or Shove It. And then hopefully in October, I'll come up with enough ideas to do a whole month of movies about the horror genre, either about movies or books, or I still want to do one about an author. And I may just go ahead and do Stephen King. Even though he's still alive, I doubt he would ever see my video. And he doesn't have anything controversial in his life. So I may go ahead and just do 10 little known facts about Stephen King. Okay, everyone, thank you for being here. I will hopefully see you next week. We'll do another Halloween look. And as usual, may all your books be blessed.